All right, so this here is number 14 and 15. I kind of have to go over them both. So 14 and 15 on Geometry 7.3. So they have this triangle. Now, when your triangles are kind of nested like this, what you really need to do is you need to draw them separately. So I'm going to start by drawing this little triangle right here, D, E, B. And it said that this is X and that this is 2. And then the bigger triangle over here is CAB. And it said the long side here is 18. And they said this little piece is 1 and this piece is 2, but I need to know the whole side AB. So 1 plus 2 would be 3. So I know that this side is 3. So now I've drawn the two triangles out separately. And they said, determine whether you could show that the triangles are similar. If so, write a similarity statement. Well, you know that if I can prove that two angles of a triangle are similar or are congruent, then the two triangles are similar. So this kind of brings you back to the days where you did parallel lines cut by a transversal. They tell you that these two lines are parallel. And if it is cut by this transversal right here, then you know that this angle is congruent to this angle. So on my little triangles, that would mean this angle would have to be congruent to this angle here. Now, if you used these two parallel lines in red, but did this as your transversal, now I know that this angle would be congruent to this angle. So again, on my little triangles, I know that this angle would be congruent to this angle. So now that I've shown that two angles are congruent, I know the third must be congruent. So these two triangles are similar because of the angle-angle postulate. Once I know that, I can write the similarity statement. So again, I'm going to start by writing the triangle. I can write this triangle in any order I want. I'm going to write it as EBD. I'm going to put the similarity symbol, another triangle. Well, I started with angle E, so on this one that would correspond to angle A. I went to angle B, so it would correspond over here also to B, because you can see in my original triangles, they actually shared this angle. This angle B is really the same angle. And then I went to D. This angle has 2 tick marks, C has 2 tick marks. So this now here, this is my similarity statement. The next question it said was to find the value of X. So now that I have my similarity statement, I can write my ratios. The first two letters EB have to be similar to AB. The second two BD have to have the same ratio as BC. And the first and the last ED have to have the same ratio as AC. Now that I've written out my ratio, let's go to our triangles. EB, well, I know that that's 2. And AB, well, over here, oops, you can't see it. AB over here is 3. Then I go to BD. Well, BD isn't marked, but BC is also not marked, so I don't need that one. ED is my X value, and AC is 18. So once again, now I have a ratio with only one variable. I can cross multiply. So 3 times X. I can set that equal to 18 times 2, which is 36. Now I can simply get X alone by dividing by 3. The 3's will cancel on this side. And 36 divided by 3, X will be 12. So now you have your similarity statement and you have solved for X.